Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bobby Waldron, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at AK Interactive's new tanker magazine range. Now the one we're looking at is going to be issue 2, which is their latest release, and it is sort of like a Mad Max zombie apocalypse type theme to it. It does cost about €9, which I don't know is maybe 7 or 8 English pounds. So not a bad price. It is, shall we say, maybe a little bit more expensive than say Airfix or something like that. But I do like this magazine because it really does sort of teach you a lot about modelling. It's more sort of advanced for those advanced modelers out there who want to really sort of learn something as well as getting a magazine as well. In some ways, it's more of a book release than a magazine, to be honest with you. But yeah, we've got good quality glossy shiny paper on the front cover. We've got some stunning builds that we're going to be seeing in this particular issue. So just looking through, good quality paper inside the magazine, and if we sort of go through this magazine, yes, it's going to be showing a lot of sort of burnt out Mad Max mega scratch building. I mean, first thing we see is this BMP, a battlefield taxi, and it's just sort of mental sort of builds of your normal sort of scale modelling that we do out there. So it's taking a BMP and a load of scratch building to it, and made it look rather interesting and adding all sorts of stuff to it. I love these camo nets. You get them from Medard, and they are really so cool and realistic. I definitely recommend getting them if you ever wanted to do that. But yeah, we've got all sorts of techniques being showed of how to build a BMP too. Again, the format of this magazine, we get to see all sorts of different builds, and they spend a couple of pages on these builds picking out those particular tips and tricks from that particular build, and then we're on to the next build. So it really does keep things very fresh throughout the magazine. You're constantly seeing and learning stuff. We've got this Serbian Jackson here, which we've got all sorts of lovely scratch building going on here to recreate, which I do believe the real one just here. There's a little picture of the actual real one here that they're trying to recreate here. So all sorts of scratch building going on there, making those extra sort of armoured plates and stuff, and how he's gone about it and doing all that lovely paint work and everything. So yeah, and as you can see, we've got lots of different pictures here, and they number up to little paragraphs explaining each step of the way of how these builds come together. Nice little bit of a gallery as well, which is rather good. And then we've got some sort of, and we also get sort of frequently out throughout these magazines is some really cool actual reference photos of what it is they're building. I do believe this is a M113. M113, and as you can see, somebody's gone off and actually modelled from those reference photos there, and showing you all sorts of cool, again, scratch building to create these effects. I think this is what this magazine is sort of mainly about, is doing a lot of scratch building to sort of take a simple scale model and then sort of turn it into something new and original with loads of scratch building, hence the whole Mad Max thing. I mean, we've got a Humvee here which been turned into some zombie slayers type scenario going on here, and weathering up all that and everything. And I do believe there's like a I forgot what that film was called now with the zombies, but that woman who's in there, and we've even got some natural metal finish stuff as well. So yeah, a lot in this book. I'm not going to sort of actually go through everything, so it's just it's better if you buy it and see it for yourself. But this build, actually, the Mad Max one, absolutely tons of scratch building on there, and all this rusting, chipping effects. Absolutely stunning work there. To speed through this magazine, I do like how at the back they've got this like school of techniques as well, where I mean, for instance, we've got impact damage here, and that's school of techniques, some textures here. Then you've got some tips and tricks, which it sort of shows you some tips and tricks, very nice. And then you've also got like sort of like product reviews here, but not just sort of going, you know, here's a product, this is how much it is, but here's a product and here's a little sort of tip on how to actually use that product, which is also rather cool. And then of course we've then got a lovely gallery section showing off some absolutely stunning work, which we all like to look at pictures of what everyone else has done to get that inspiration for our builds that we do as well. I did really like some track stuff that I saw somewhere in this book. Absolutely looked really realistic. I forgot where it's gone, but it looked really fantastic. So yeah, I mean, I do believe it's released every 2 months, this one is. It is only up to issue 2, but I'm sure this is going to take off into a whole load of magazines, and I'll be collecting them all. I've also got issue 1 just down there. Definitely well recommended magazine, and you know, it's not a bad price for what you get inside here. As you can see, you get so much really good read, and you know, it is quite exciting to receive these every 2 months, which I do believe they do at Aces High magazine. So you know, if you're not interested in tanks, they do one for you aircraft guys as well. So yeah, hopefully this has been a beneficial product review of AK Interactive's Tanker magazine. So until next time, my name is Bob Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.